How's it going, guys? This is Vaughn. We are back in American Truck Simulator once again, and we're back here in the 9300 from KSW. We've got here an 8x4 chassis, I believe, because the third axle back there is liftable but not powered. So that's what we're running here today. It's kind of a little bit of a modification from the last time I ran this truck. I had an 8x6 last time, and this is also the shortened version, as you can see. That axle is right there below the rack, so it's a bit of a shorter chassis. And as I mentioned, that drivable axle is not actually drivable; it's just liftable. So no power going to it. That gives us 8x4. And behind us, we've got Ruda's Wilson livestock trailer. Still a bit basic as they come. It's I believe due for an update here pretty soon that Ruda's going to put out, but at the moment, it's just got a few things that are changeable as far as aluminum, chrome, and paint options. Still no marker lights slots yet, but we'll see about that when that's going to come out. We've got the 2-axle version. You can take care of the top now, so you can give it a nice finish instead of the plain white version or plain white color that it was before. So that's good. So yeah, it's going to be due for an update pretty soon, but we got a nice chrome body at least to run with, and hopefully we don't get invisible cattle. That's been an issue for a little bit with this truck. Not sure if that's part of the new cargo update, if that's to blame, or if it's the trailer itself or what. But you know, we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's go ahead and start it up here. We've got a Detroit diesel 12V in here, so let's hear it start up right now. There it is. Always cool to hear that thing come to life. Lights already on, so that's good. Believe we're good to go. Also got the windows down here. We can hear it as we pull up to our site. So we're just out of Guthrie, Texas. We're going to be taking a load out of the new Stockyards location that's coming soon to ATS Expansion. So yeah, hopefully we can actually see our cattle and we don't get invisible ones. And I believe we'll be taking that over to Artesia, New Mexico. So, with all that out of the way, let's get it rolling. We won't be stopping the engine here. Alright, we're clear to proceed, I believe. Oop, apparently the right window is not down. Can take care of that. Getting some stutters right out of the gate here. But I noticed kind of coming into the spot when it's loading everything, get a few stutters and then it kind of goes away, or a few drops in frames. So, yeah, good old SES stutters becoming a feature at this point. It's a very prominent aspect of the game, unfortunately. Okay, so the thing about this site, it's very, it's a little tight, so we're going to need to do our best to snake in here. I think, hopefully I'm getting myself enough room to snake this thing in. That will remain to be seen. Ooh, nope, we did clip that there, I think. Yeah, it's a little tight, and I took that way too fast, too. I should have slowed down a little bit, but may have taken a little bit off of our nice chrome trailer back there, but oh well. Alright. Now the trick is going to be to get this thing lined up to the chute. See if we can do it on the first try. I'm going to at least try to trace up some kind of a pattern here. Let's see. Are we going to be able to ride with this? I don't know, but we'll try it. For sure we got to snake it over to the right here. It's a little hard to see those lines. I'm kind of guessing at this point. Let's see. Yep, still got to go more to the right, I believe. Possibly. We may have it, or we may not. Nope. Nope, we didn't get it that time. Whew, man, it's hard to have the awareness that you need in these trucks in ATS. It's hard to see with the terrain being the way it is. I'm gonna assume that I need to go more to the right. Ah, okay. Is that those are the lines right there? Okay, I think I see it now. Alright. I need more room, so I'm gonna be taking up more room here. Get this thing way over to the right. And I hope I'm giving it the room it needs to respond to my direction from the steering. Hard to make sense of where these lines are. Is that going in the right direction? Oh. Okay, did we pass it up big time again? Okay, I'm kind of starting to make sense of where those lines are. Yep, this is a complicated back. Or I'm just making it so. Giving her all she's got, taking her to the right like this, so. Can't start straightening out yet. Yeah, we butchered this one, that's for sure. Lord almighty. Alright. It's still fixable, though, if we do it right. All these pull-ups just to get it straight. We gotta line up to this chute. Let's see, is it gonna listen to my direction this time? It's getting there. But we're still missing it by a little bit. Just by a little, though. I don't want to commit to it going too far to the right, but at the same time, it's got to be lined up with that chute. Okay, they're going to take it. Oops. Smacked it just a little bit, but are we good for the chute? Yes, we are. Okay. That's all it really cares about, is that the trailer's straight. And I think they'll be able to get the cattle in there. Okay, well, that's good enough for me, I think. Go and hop back in here, and we'll tell them, go ahead, load her up. We'll sit here and wait.
Okay, here we go.
Nice. Okay, so we're loaded up. Now the real question is, do we have cattle in here? And we do, but only on the bottom. Like, just like the last time that we drove this thing. Yeah, but they're in there. All kind of in a row. They're not looking like the best cattle, but, you know. Not our place to wonder about that. That's on the dispatcher. Okay, well, let's get our windows up. Perfect. Okay, well, here's a new site for you. Remember the location, Guthrie, Texas. Very cool site it is. Just be wary of the size of the trucks and trailers that you bring in here. As you saw, you may have to do some acrobatics. But I'm sure that anybody who's even a quarter more skilled than me at that will have no trouble at all doing that. Alright, well, I think that's the hardest part. I imagine the site we're going to will be a little less hassle to get everything set up, backed in, and delivered the way it needs to be, so I'm gonna be optimistic about that.
Keep right.
Hopefully I don't have to subject you all to more torturous backs this video. Anyways, hope everybody that's watching is well. Getting more stutters here, I can see. Or it's doing that little not like a rubber banding thing, but it's a weird I don't know, it's a weird kind of like slow rubber banding thing. That's the best way I can describe it. That it does. Not sure what that's about. I believe this site's new too, part of ATS Expansion. Oh, we got the red light. Alright, we will abide. Bechtel, I think is how you pronounce it. I believe this site is part of ATS Expansion. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. Although I don't recognize the site name, but it could just be could be something Driver 47 put in, or it could just be SES. But I'm pretty sure it's ATS Expansion. Somebody from the team that's watching can correct me. Apologize that I don't have that certainty for you. But wow, with the stutters right there, that was crazy. Whole game locked up for a second. Jeez. It's having trouble doing something. Having trouble loading in the map or something or other, I don't know. Because my frames inside the cab are good. It's just loading certain parts of the map, it just seems like it's having trouble today. But you know, it ain't always uncommon with SES to have stuttering issues. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying before I was intro. I do hope everybody watching is having a good week. You've made it to Thursday, day before Friday, so good on you for that. And hopefully your week's been good so far. I appreciate everybody's support and tuning into these videos. Crazy to see the numbers steadily drawing up to 1,000 subscribers on the channel. Kind of thinking back to when I first started, it was it's one of those things where you're apprehensive to just dive in and start it because, you know, you're kind of afraid of the like the response, I guess. Or maybe it's just me. But you know, getting down to the core of why I started the channel was to share my driving experiences and then also share my love for mods with the, you know, player base, and also to just kind of have an outlet to kind of build a community around. Okay, man. Okay, these stutters are just getting ridiculous. It must just be a bad area of the map. I don't know. Texas has always been a little iffy like that ever since it was released, but pulling through Childress now. I hope I'm not botching that name. I am notorious for doing that. Yeah, but yeah, it's crazy how much the channel has grown, and I gotta say, one of the best things about it is seeing people who are, you know, regular viewers chiming in either by leaving comments or seeing y'all show up in my chat on the live streams and things like that.
And then keep left.
So it's just nice to be able to build that kind of rapport with viewers and
Keep left. And then
have that
turn
interaction over something that you're passionate about. That was definitely something I didn't really expect to have, honestly, but so grateful for it now, and it's just been a great experience being able to share everything that I have with everybody, and hopefully it continues to grow from here. Appreciate all of you guys making that happen, because it definitely would not have happened without all of you, and especially the time that you put in watching the videos. Because it's not, you know, with this game, it's not your average, you know, video game content where you can have like a 10 or 20 minute video. A lot of it is driving time, and then also just kind of talking, chatting it up as we're on the road and everything. So it's just nice to kind of sit back and... Okay, you're good. You're good. Pause there for a second like he was going to hit me. It's just nice to be able to have this kind of a chill space where we can just sit here and chat it up while we're on the road, just like you would as if you were here in the cab with me. Okay, I just realized it's making us turn around. Goodness gracious. Why couldn't it have just made us go... I don't get why the game does this.
Keep left, and then
We
turn
could
left.
have so easily just gone left out of the Stockyards, and instead it made us go right just to turn around.
Turn left.
Okay, well, that's mildly irritating. Yeah, we're not gonna go to no way station. Okay, I think they're letting us turn around. Alright, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Try not to take out any street signs while we're here. Thankfully they took pity on us. Wow, these stutters are getting very irritating. Or I guess it's like lapses in the
Keep right,
frames.
and then turn right. Turn right.
Okay, I think we're good here. Yeah, he's turning, so. We're gonna try to skedaddle our way to Artesia here.
Go straight on.
It's an interesting thing with this engine. You can hear like some buzzing noise. I don't know if that's the turbo or what. I'm gonna have to take this thing into the shop and have them figure out what's wrong with it. It's giving us a little noise, like a fluttering noise or some kind of something when it's at low RPMs. Well, this truck's due for a little maintenance too. We've got a few thousand miles on it, as you can see on the odometer there. So something you got to do every now and then. All right, let's see. Are we gonna get a another red light? Oh, we got. Oh, come on. Oh, I saw us coming and then it turned red. Brat. Alright. I cannot believe it didn't just have us go left out of the stockyards. I mean, we're wasting all this time just doing something we could have done from the beginning. I don't know. I don't understand the GPS doing that. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to get this engine checked. That rattling sound doesn't sound good. But at least we didn't get invisible cattle. There's Guthrie again. Deja vu. Oop, slow up a little bit. Down to 40 miles an hour. Don't do it, bud. Not yet. Alright, time to get on the interstate here.
Get ready to turn
Which
right.
we were quite literally just a couple of miles away at the stockyards. And we could have just gone left.
Turn right.
Okay, I think we can make this climb. Wanted to at least get the majority of it in 4 high. Now we're good, so can casually work our way down the gears as we would.
Go straight on.
So another cool thing, some of y'all will be happy to know, I am in the process of kind of working on
Go straight on.
getting some material together to put a set of tutorial videos out on the channel. I know some of you have been wanting a little bit more coverage on how to get certain things working in the game, modifying certain things, that is. So I'll be working on that. I guess the main reason I don't put out more of those is just, I guess because I struggle with having the tutorial. It's not a skill for me, explaining things. I've always kind of felt inadequate in that respect. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing. So. It's like I know how to explain it in my head, and I could probably walk someone through it. But the thing about doing it for a video is that you got to be, I mean, you know, you want the video to be, how can I say it? Intuitive, maybe is the word. You want it to be easy to follow, you know, where anybody could follow the steps easily. I also do like to cover a little bit of background information because it also helps, in addition to knowing how to do it, how to do certain things, understanding how they work. Because it's one of those things where you gotta, in addition to teaching, you know, doing the how-to part, you also gotta cover some of the principles.
Go straight
So
on.
that someone could take those steps and really apply it to a variety of situations and so forth. So, you know, I get in my head about it because it's like I want to make them as intuitive and well covered as possible. I want to cover everything that I possibly can. to make it just, you know, I just want to be thorough, I guess. But at the same time, you know, even though I set those standards for myself, I have trouble meeting them because it's like, you know, I just struggle with explaining things at times. So I think probably the best thing to do is if I can get somewhat of material together and just follow that versus trying to scramble, doing it just kind of off the top of my head, because I know, you know, the basics of what I want to say and everything. It's just getting it out of my head and into words, I guess. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but like one example is one of the tutorials I do want to make is to show how to modify engines, to add trucks to engines, to make your favorite engines compatible with other trucks, and then also how to modify the torque curves and how to do the conversion on top of that, like how to calculate the horsepower based on the peak torque multiplied by the RPM, and then you divide that by 5252 to get the, you know, estimated horsepower, all of that stuff, which is not difficult, but it just takes a little bit of learning of how to actually edit the files that SCS will read and be able to use them. That's really where the learning curve is, if you can call it that, because it's just having to learn, and this is why I say principles are also important, just as important as the actual steps. Learning the principles of how def files work and how mods are packed and read by the game will also help you in the long run with other things. So even taking it outside of just an engine mod, which would be the focus of the video, learning how defs work, learning how mods are packed and everything, how to get the right files in the right places, how to compress the package and get it to work in game and all that stuff.
Keep left.
All of that is good to know for any other types of mods that you want to do. So in my head, it's like I can't just cover one thing. I have to also cover the principles of it. I think that's the better way to do it, because like I said, you end up, it's always best to have certain videos overlap in terms of content or things that they explain, versus having gaps. So, you know, I'm all about that, about doing things that way. It's just that it eats up a little more time and preparation and things like that. So therefore my plight about getting everything, you know, to where it's explainable, if that's the word, you know. But it's definitely something I want to do. So I do want to kind of cover that one for one example, and then there's a few other ideas I'm kicking around about putting tutorials together. It's just it's a personal thing, I guess. I get overwhelmed easily about how to put things together and whatnot. So you can expect that soon. Not sure when, but I think once I jump into it and do it, it'll become easier, hopefully. I do have a couple tutorials out there about how to install mods, how to have Snowy Moon and Reshade running in tandem together. Those tutorials still work, by the way, because I've tried to cover what the principles are and not really so much of how I do it, which could always change or could always get broken by a game update. I just show you the basics and the core principles of how to do those things, and that for the most part won't break. It'll be the same across the board. You can just do your own stuff with it, make your own personal tweaks, and so just covering the principles allows for that. That's how I see it anyway. So that's my 2 cents on it. But yeah, sorry for the ramble there, but you know, it's something I want to work on. Just putting more time and effort into developing that skill and trying to get better tutorials and things like that. Because I know that there's a variety of videos that cover that stuff out there that other YouTubers that are very experienced, very knowledgeable in the game have put together and released already. But in addition to wanting to do things, you know, having my own little twist on it, I do want to also, you know, honor the requests of my viewers to show you that I do pay attention. I do want to take feedback from you, and you know, so it's been requested that I do a couple. So yeah, that's that. So for those of you that have asked and have patiently waited for so long, yeah, I'm proud to say, yeah, you know, I will be trying to take that leap and put some things together. It is down the pipeline, you know. Okay, these stutters are driving me crazy. I call them stutters, but it's really just like lapses in frames, I guess. Just like the frames, they'll dip and dip and dip like you know, 6, 7, 8 times, and then they'll come back. This is the weirdest thing.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Being honest with you, I'm not really even sure how we still have so many stuttering issues. These many versions after they first started becoming bad. Just I just can't make good sense of it, really. And it's like some days the game will run better than others, for whatever reason, but today is not one of those days. Maybe tomorrow's video will be a little better. We'll see. You know what I kind of miss, and it may be an unpopular opinion, because I think the whole reason that SES took these out was that people complained about them. SES used to have really satirical banners, like the one that we just passed. You know, those electronic signs that say it's the hashtag End the Streak Texas, Talk Text Crash, all that stuff. SES used to have some funny ones in there, and they took them out because I think that they wanted to take into consideration some people's feedback about that, and I think people were saying, oh no, I know what it was. The state of Texas IRL was doing that. That's what I was reading about, I think. So SES must have taken them out for a different reason. I don't know. I don't see those anymore, as far as like the kind of funny signs or banners that they used to have, unless I'm totally mistaken. But yeah, so anyway, that's what it was. The state of Texas IRL was doing that, and they would have funny signs up, stuff like I remember seeing one on Valentine's Day specifically that was like, if you've got no Valentine to hold, your seatbelt's got you, or something like that. Your seatbelt will hold you, or something like that. Just funny stuff like that. I don't know. I always appreciate stuff like that when you're on the road and you have these funny billboards. Or another one is like Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's has some funny billboards sometimes. So you can, I don't know, it just makes it more memorable. And I don't know, they're I find them amusing. But yeah, so what it was so this was IRL, it wasn't in game. I got them confused. People would complain about them IRL, so they would I guess say that they're too distracting, and you know, the whole point of them is to catch your eye, I guess, and you'd be drawn to the message, but this inadvertently, I guess, had the inverse effect and people were distracted to the point of wrecking. I don't really know how that's possible. I mean, because you're looking at the sign or the billboard for a few seconds. So, I mean, unless, you know, it's really not totally out of the question that some people, actually a lot of people here in Texas, drive very frivolously. They'll be like right up on your bumper the whole time. It could have been that, I don't know. Texas drivers are another breed, I tell you. But anyway, yeah, I was kind of disappointed to read that that they were receiving enough complaints. I guess that would have been TxDOT, Texas Department of Transportation, got too many complaints, so they stopped doing them. I liked them though. I like stuff like that. It's amusing to me. But all I'm saying is that SES doesn't have to live by those rules if they don't want to. give us some funny signs, or banners, or billboards, or whatever. Those awesome skies. Okay, we got to get over here. It's a lane merge here. Really hope that time's going to be favorable and we're not going to have to be doing our back in the dark. I'm not sure what time it is here in game. Oh, it looks like... Ooh, is it approaching 7 o'clock? Yikes. Our Artesia is 27 miles out, so we're on the home stretch here, but my gut tells me, based on this sky, the sun is receding, and we're gonna have to do this in the dark. The thing I'm most concerned about is the fact that we don't have slots for lights on this trailer yet, so visibility is going to be little to none at night. That's a thing that bugs me a little bit. I love to have control over the lights I put on my vehicles or trailers, so we'll have to see. Maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe. That is not a sound you want to hear on your engine. Let's get that checked. Alright, here's Artesia. Let's see if we can pass this guy, this Pete, on our right, so we can make this turn.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Alright, we'll be good. He's got good brakes. I would not condone that IRL, so don't follow this pattern of bad driving, but I just didn't want to be behind him, is all. So by the way, these two mods that we're driving are payware, if you're not familiar with them already. This truck is going to put you back about $25, $30, and the trailer is part of the USA trailer pack from Jon Ruda, so you can check that out if you have not already acquired the trailer pack. But you get 6 trailers, so can't beat that. In addition to this trailer, you get 5 other trailers in the same pack, so you really cannot beat that. Alright, we're gonna take this. It's gonna turn red before we get out of it, but it's alright. Alright, cleared that good enough.
Get ready to turn left.
Yep, it's gonna most likely be dark by the time we get to do what we need to do. Oh, BNSF, okay. Interesting place to drop cattle off.
This is
That's
where
for sure.
it ends.
This is where it ends. Alright. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be a fun one. Let's see. Are we even gonna have enough room to pull this in? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm doubtful. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So, what I probably should have done was hugged the wall a little more to actually get this more of where we need it to go. But let's see how much we can butcher this. Because I don't think we're going to be able to sneak it into here. And I'm a little bit at risk of hitting this. Hitting this train car, and I don't want to do that. How well is this going to work here? Let's see. Okay, let's avoid scraping that. Let's go ahead and just give it our first try here. All right. We're gonna have to go quite a bit to the right with our trailer. Yeah. And also not hit any train cars. That would be good. The other thing we have to watch out for is this wall, which if I did it properly and gave myself enough room, we should be okay. Yeah, alright, we're good. Not hitting any walls here, scraping anything. Let's see if we can ride this back the way we're going. So far it looks okay. We're actually a little bit too far to the right, but they may take it anyway. Okay, well they were happy with that, but I think we can get ourselves a little straighter. Yeah, we're a little too far to the right. We got the time, so let's just do it right, you know? Sneak it a little to the left here. Not too much. I don't want to hit the wall. Let's just get everything straight as we can. Be on our way. Wow, actually made that worse. Actually overcorrected this last time. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, and just in time for the rain. Of course. There we go. Should have let the trailer breathe a little bit before correcting myself again. Let's see, can we do it without hitting this thing? Maybe a little more. Alright, yeah, we'll take it. I've already tortured you guys long enough for these backs, so. Alright, let's put the brake in. Alright, well, we still got an excellent. Our bonuses added up nice, so efficiency, long distance, fragile cargo, urgent, and trailer maneuvering. Ain't that the best darn trailer maneuvering you've ever seen in your life? Not even close. Alright. Go ahead and turn this down. Head inside and just listen to the pitter patter. Oh, could probably have rolled up my window, but oh well. Okay, well guys, that one was mentally exhausting. Lots of backing up to do, and lots of butchering that I did. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. Apologies for the dragging out the moments where this video did. But anyway, I do hope you guys enjoyed watching and at least found it amusing. And showing you, what not to do. But the truck and trailer are both payware mods, as I mentioned. I'll have links to this to the modders' locations of where to purchase them in the description, as I always do. And as I mentioned earlier, the ATS Expansion mod is where we got that load, that spot to take the cattle out of. That's a new spot in Guthrie, new Stockyards location. Coming soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and lots more ATS Expansion content on the channel. So if you're watching and you're not subscribed, I do kindly ask that you please subscribe, drop a like on the video, and feel free to share it with whoever might be interested in watching. And yeah, lots more to expect, lots more driving to do. I hope that everybody watching is well. Thanks again for all of the support, as always, guys, and we will catch you in the next video. Take it easy.